is Ruel's Running Podcast, a podcast about running, health, family, play, and an NSNG lifestyle. And now, here's your host, Ruel.
Excuse me as I rock on. That's Went Away by Dorothy Lane. Dorothy Lane out of Martinez, California. That's out of the Cut and Dry album. Check them out at dorothylanemusic.com. Yeah. Hey guys, it's Ruel. What's going on? What's going down? This is another episode of Ruel's Running Podcast. I think this may just be the Christmas episode. Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope that you get what you want for Christmas. And after Christmas, I hope you have a great day off and that you don't regret things you must have eaten that go against maybe you trying to make better choices in life, in food choices. But you know what, New Year's is still around the corner, so there's more bad choices to be made. And yeah, there you go. How about that? Anyway, I am looking back at things that have happened and just feeling grateful that I am not in control of anything in my life. I am a believer that I don't have control, and I am given whatever gifts I have, and I have a level of liberties in my existence to make choices, but in a larger scheme of things, everything that my life is supposed to be and become and end has already been predetermined, right? I think, that's what I think. And if otherwise we think that we are in control, we think that that it's all because of our individual choices why things are the way they are. But I believe that if things are meant to happen, they happen, whether we like it or not. Whether we made a decision that aligns with that. So maybe we think that, oh, I'm here because I made that choice. But I believe that part of the gifts that we are given in life are to make a choice and feel like the choice is completely as a result of our own making. But again, it's sort of like, I don't know, this can be a dumb example. There is a river, and a river maybe has its set course, right? There's nothing you can do about it. It's gonna go that direction. And you can choose to redirect some of that water somewhere but somehow it all ends up in the same place, the water, right? It's kind of like that, right? I can make decisions that I feel like are my decisions, but if they're aligned with my ultimate destination, my destiny, my goal, or what's supposed to be of me, then so be it. But if I make a decision and I go along with that decision, but it's not aligned with what's supposed to happen to me, then things will happen outside of my control that'll ultimately get me to where I need to be. And so there's this sort of false belief that I'm in control, but when things happen, they happen. And it's kind of a weird way to start an episode, but how many other the episodes that I've had talk about this kind of nonsense, right? This stuff. So anyways, I find it interesting that my son had a homework project due on Wednesday, right? And it was a heritage related assignment. And in this assignment, he basically had to take it looked like a gingerbread man outline. It was, but the teacher calls it a doll. It was on cardboard. So, my son had to learn about his heritage and decorate the paper doll according to his heritage, right? It's one of those kind of like social studies types of things, I guess. So, okay, son, your mom and I, born and raised on Guam, but we are of Filipino heritage. So you have an opportunity to decorate, color, cut, paste that blank paper of a doll in ways that represent that. And so he did it, took an image off of the internet of a simple clothes of a Filipino boy, very basic, nothing, like basically wearing like red pants where it's folded up just below the knee, right? And it's he's wearing it's called I forget, Camino de Chino or something. It's a shirt that it's not specific to the Philippines, but I've seen it in like Bruce Lee movies where it's like a white t-shirt, but it's got like 2 or 3 buttons right in front, below the neck, and then at the sort of it's a short sleeve. On the sleeve end of the sleeve, it's kind of like a cuff, like I don't know if it's elastic, but there's a cuff there. And so there's that, and then there's like a red bandana that's sort of tied around the neck, his neck, the costume, sort of like how you would wear a bandana as a Cub Scout or a Boy Scout, sort of that fashion. And then that's pretty much it, simple attire. So he drew on the paper doll that sort of attire, and had the figure carry or hold up the flag of the Philippines, and he had the other hand hold up the flag of the island of Guam, but that was all due on Wednesday. And in addition, there was a series of worksheets where he was to complete on each page was a sentence he had to complete, like, my family is from blank. He would have to write that in. And then on the top half of the paper, he would have to sort of illustrate something that represents that statement. My family is from Guam and the Philippines. He drew the flag of Guam and the flag of the Philippines. And then other pages had other sentences he had to complete, and he had to draw out more things. And that was all part of a package related to heritage that he had to turn in on Wednesday. he had it done on Monday. Tuesday rolled around, and I'm fishing through his bag like, dude, where's your homework folder? He's like, I don't know. I said, what do you mean you don't know? Just think, where did you last have it? And he says, I think it got turned in. I'm like, okay, if that's the case, great. Because you did the homework already. There's nothing else to do. And homework's in there. So if it's turned in, then you're straight. You have nothing to do on this Tuesday night. So that's that. And on Wednesday rolls around, right? Kids are in school. I'm heading to work. And this is related to whatever I talked about last episode, right? I'm heading to work. I get injured. I pull a calf muscle, and I'm miserable, and I have to take the opposite the train on the opposite direction and head back home. I can't make it into work because it's just too awful. I get home, right, on that day, on a Wednesday, and I'm like, I'm gonna prop my leg up. I'm gonna take care of this leg. I'm gonna just work from home. So what I decided to do is I pulled the coffee table close to the couch so that I can I wanted to take a what the heck is it called? It's a ball. It's a dense rubber ball, and use it to sort of massage my leg. I would prop it on top of the table and then prop my leg right on top of the ball, and I would just sort of let the dead weight of my leg sit over the ball, and I could do some sort of pressure point, sort of trigger point type level of massage. So I pull the coffee table towards the couch, and there's stuff under the coffee table that gets revealed. One, it's a steel sort of stress, like a Chinese stress ball that has like a chime inside it. It's one of a set of two. You know, the ones where you have these steel balls that you kind of can roll around in your hand, and it's supposed to help with stress and offer, I guess, wellness. One of those balls was revealed having been under the coffee table. Some pieces of Lego, a book, and my son's homework folder. Damn it. My son's homework folder wasn't submitted. It was misplaced, and we didn't know that it was under this coffee table for some odd reason, which is not unusual in my house with kids. Weird stuff gets put in weird places and where they shouldn't be, and it is what it is. So there I am, standing with an injured leg, looking at this homework folder, knowing that my son has an assignment that was completed in that folder that had to be turned in today. So I picked it up, got the keys, got in the vehicle, drove to school, went to the office, and said, I'm here to turn in my homework. But I got the homework to the office, got the homework to my son, and my son was able to turn in the assignment. Ta-da. And so that was just my whole long way round of saying, if I did not get injured, my son wouldn't have been able to hand in that homework assignment on time. I can further say, I got injured because I got injured because I skateboarded on a given morning as a result of having a bad experience getting my vehicle towed the weekend prior, and I didn't want to get towed again. Bad taste in my mouth, bad taste in my finances. So if I didn't get towed, my son would not have gotten his homework turned in on time. Now, was the homework assignment that important that that would it have make or break his elementary school career? No, right? But a lot of time and thought had been put in the assignment that, God bless America, that assignment was going to be turned in on time. And it wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have gotten turned in on time. The folder wouldn't have been found by me under the coffee table if I didn't get injured. So, weird things happen because weird things happen as a result of weird things that happen that are out of our control. And right now, I don't know why this is being recorded, why I'm doing this particular episode, why it's all what it's all for, but I believe that whatever happens, I'm going to be where I've been predetermined to be whenever that happens. Out of my control. So what does that mean? Folks, Merry Christmas. Eat something delicious. Hug your friends. Hug your family. Don't go running. Merry mother Christmas. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Ruel's Running Podcast with Ruel. If you like what you just heard, share it with your friends and your enemies. Also, be sure to check out the site over at ruelsrunning.com. This has been another Coffee with Heavy Cream production. Join us next time for another silly show of Ruel's Running Podcast.